Playboy, you made that beat.
It's High School Hoops Talk with the Talking Heads. I'm your boy E. Talley with a very special guest from Holmes High School.
Noah Smith, class of 2025, Holmes High School.
GPA
3.9.
3.9. That's outstanding, young man. Outstanding. So real quick, man, let's give the audience a little bit of background in reference to how's our school season coming along right now?
Um, it's going pretty well. Always, having the mindset of our program just to, use every day as a get better opportunity. Um, you know, we may not have the best record right now, but you know, every single day it's always, go mode. It's always attack every day. We're getting better.
Exactly. And then you're knowing that you're in one of the toughest districts in the city is hard. And I know it's hard for you guys. And again, as long as you guys keep knowing that every day and every time you play, you're getting better and you make a difference. That's all you can ask for, right?
Yes, sir.
That's it. Hey, well, look, man, let's jump into these questions, man. And then, I'll go off record a little bit. I'm gonna hit you with a few things, but right now, let's just stick to the script a little bit, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. As a standout senior, what unique skills and qualities do you bring to the court that set you apart from all the competitors?
Um, you know, every I feel like my speed is what really separates me from, a lot of different players. I feel like every team I've been on, I've always been, the person to, you're the fastest guy on the team. I need you here, here, here. I feel like I can always get there. And also my shot. I feel like, I'm a really high percentage 3-point shooter. Whenever, people need me to knock down a shot, I feel like I'm the person to rely on.
And that's one of the things that I like about you. When I saw you over the summer, the spring, summertime, you had a shot, not just you have a 3-point shot, man. Let everybody know you have a mid range too.
Yes, sir.
You literally can score from all three levels. Your size, you didn't allow that to play any part of it because you attacking. And one of the things that I wanted to bring to the table is you stayed online. And I don't know if you understand what I'm saying by you staying online was you attacking the goal and going against that bigger defender. You didn't get bounced off when you went for those layups because you're strong enough to stay online and attack, right?
Yes, sir.
That's one thing you got to remember. You got to let everybody know, man. Hey, don't look at my size and feel like, hey, I can't attack because you can. You score from all three levels and you can do it very, very uh, with no problems too. So let them know that too, okay?
Yes, sir.
And then of course your IQ, and one of the smartest players on the court, and you maintain that. You have a point guard mentality, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, all right. So how do you balance the demands of your academics and your athletics, especially as you prepare for your transition to getting ready to get into going into college?
Right. I feel like school has always been, a first thing for me. Just, I make sure that, all my assignments, all my all my grades are right. I don't want nothing interfering with basketball. I don't want nothing setting me back. As it goes into college, I going in with no offers yet. I want to have, the coaches, you know, see what my grades are like. I want them to make sure I'm a smart player. I'm the person they need on the team. And yeah, other than that,
So with that being said, how are you going to be able to juggle that now? As far as how do you juggle it now with high school, with all your academics and sports?
I make sure our coach he's always get your grades right. Make sure everything's good. I don't want nothing. I don't want none of y'all off the team because of your teacher not putting in grades, not doing this. We always have. It's always academics first. Never have nothing setting you back. Balancing it. Um, it's really not that hard for me because I'm always a straight A student, just making sure I get my stuff uh, done the right way. And basketball is, I've never really had nothing interfering with that.
Okay, okay. So, you know, your play on the court, can you give me a memorable moment where you were not so much the leader first. Let's just give me a memorable moment of you playing your high school game where you needed to make the best plays and just something you want to kind of show how you use your great play and being a leader on the floor.
Um, I said at the beginning of the season when we had Smithson Valley as our first opponent, um, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, just come into the game with a motor. Make sure you're the hardest working player on the court. The points will come. Checking into that game, I was very hyped up. I really wanted to lead my team in any way possible. So as I come into the court, I knocked down the first three. That was one of five actually, and I've hitting that first three is what kept me going into that game, and you know in the first half, I went 5 for 5. I didn't miss, and I ended the half with 15 points. And then coming back into the second half, I was always keep that same energy, keep that motor. Come on, you got this. And I ended up with 21 points at the end of the game, but also better. We got the win.
And that's not the first time you shot the ball well. I believe you did it also with your AAU program several times in the season. And you want to give those guys a shout out, and you want to bring up that memorable moment up there in Oklahoma.
Yeah. It was also in Dallas too. My AAU team, Nike Pro Skills. I had an amazing coach, Coach Rizzo. He always believed in us, always pushed us, to be the best player on the court possible. And we had players like Zaki, Ian Rizzo. We had Jay Bird, Shy. Those players that really kept me, motivated to keep shooting the ball well. Every time I missed the ball, it was always keep shooting. And I remember in that game I had like 7 threes, I believe. And just it was always keep shooting the ball well, make sure, keep your head up even if I did miss. But, in that first half I went 6 for 6, I believe.
Yeah, you talk about that gas hole you guys were in, but I
Yeah,
was
that
just
was
mentioning. Yeah, I know you had a good one up there, but I just mentioned the summit. I thought you played well too in the summit because I think it was that third game, I believe. I'm not sure. I can't remember quite what
oh
game it
what's
was. It was one of those games that you were not even looked to score as much as you scored, and you just
Mhm.
like went crazy.
Yeah.
So again, I don't know. I just that's one of my memorable moments for you watching you play and just see you go crazy out there. It's like, oh, okay, this young man, he can shoot the ball and he has a great IQ. So I don't know. I just wanted to share.
Yes,
I just
sir.
wanted you to
Thank you.
share that too. So you
Yeah.
good, you good, you good. All right, man. In the world of changing how the NBA is being played, what player do you look at that you see yourself more or less mimicking?
More or less mimicking. I'd definitely say Curry. The reason why is because, even though people know him as a shooter, that's pretty much what people all like everybody sees. It's more of like, what does he do to get those shots? How hard does he have to work? And just seeing that on like live, especially, um, he does it. It's not just he's like that. It's the amount of work he puts in, the amount of effort he puts in as well with his team. That's why I feel like the amount of championships he's won. Um, all, there's always stories that everybody talks about. But also it's not just his threes; it's the ability to get to the goal as well. He's the type of person to always make the tough basket, always get the N1 when they need him to, and that's just yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. And again, that's that IQ that we talked about earlier.
Hmm.
And you bring that to the table too. So again, yes, you're absolutely right. It's not just knocking down those tough shots that Curry does, but he has one of the best IQs in the game. Again, he's always looking to get teammates involved and things like that. So yeah, I get
Sure.
it. I get it. All right. So with you being a basketball player and you playing for your high school team, how do you see basketball help shape your identity as far as your personal growth in high school?
Um, just my personal growth is just always having a competitive spirit. Never back down from a challenge. Um, always use every day as an opportunity to get better. I don't want none of my time being wasted, especially because I never know when the last time I may touch a ball. Always, yeah, especially never take anything for granted, and just especially times right now, it's not the best, but I always stay motivated. I always use every day as like life skills, how it relates, and yeah.
Okay. So that kind of takes me to my next question. So what motivates you to make sure every day with the change that you guys have had, losing a good player, and knowing that hey, you still got to push through the season to make sure you make all the right choices on and off the court, as far as being a part of the Holmes High School. And shout out to Coach Vargas, correct? That is your high
Right.
school coach. Yep, shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to our coach. I always respect him as a coach. He he always takes the time out of his day to kind of make us his main priority. Um, you know, what I think he's doing is actually phenomenal. I've never had a coach put all in into a high school team like that, and the amount of things he does, and it's just mind blowing.
So what helps you push through that too, as far as the challenges you guys are having right now? What's helping you get past the state that you guys are in? To know that hey man, regardless of who we have, we gonna make it happen. We're gonna do our
Um,
best.
yeah. Just every time he opens up the gym for us, I always take advantage of that time. I know that we've had a player left and one of our best players leave, but I always think to myself like, what can I do to you know help substitute for him? And I know he was always a guard, a really talented guard, and I always use that to help me, I guess, stay focused and to
Yeah.
help. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we're talking game time rituals right now. So before every game, what is your game time ritual that you make sure you lock yourself into you do every time?
All right. I say every day before a game, I get up around like 6 or 7, go to the gym, get make sure my shots right before a game. I also listen to a lot of Christian music because I always need God on my side before a game. And whenever game time hits, before national anthem or anything like that, I always say a prayer, and then I always motivate myself. I'm like, come on, you got this. Like, hey, when you step onto that court, give it your all, and yeah.
Okay. Okay. So as we talked about college a little bit, or just saying, hey, you want to go play next level basketball. So with that being one of your aspirations and goals, how are you looking at how are you going to deal with the academic side and the athletic side, and just making sure you juggle the two to make sure you stay ahead.
I just, I always had a dream to play college basketball, but I also know that academics, especially, comes with it. So, I honestly don't know what I want to major in yet, of course, but I really need to start looking into that. But basketball is always gonna, if I ever do get an offer, basketball, that's what they want me to do is, you know, play basketball for them. but also I want to get my degree. I want to make sure, you know, hopefully I can be one of the top of my class, and you know, yeah.
Okay. If you can give any younger kids right now looking at the pod and just knowing you and the Holmes High School team, if you can give them any piece of advice, what what would it be?
I would say, you know, just you know, attack every day with, you know, with work ethic. Never never be okay with setbacks. Always, you know, always be motivated. Always, you know, make sure you're in the right condition. You know, you never want nothing to. You don't want to have no regrets.
Right.
You always want to um, make sure you know. At the end of the day, I always ask yourself, what did I do to get better? What did I do to reach my goal? You know.
Okay. Okay. So last question, and I always ask everybody this. Give me a fun fact about yourself. That's something that no one knows, only you know and your family. Would you like to share with the audience?
Man, fun fact, I would have to say, you know, not a lot of people I know listen to this type of music, but I say I like a lot of EDM music. That's what get,
Really?
yeah, that's what gets me. You know, my sister, she enjoys that type of music. And she's the person that really got me into that type of music.
Okay.
And you know, our coach too, he listens to that. And
Does he really?
yeah, he does. You know,
Okay, I'm gonna
every time before a workout, that's pretty much all he plays. So
got it. Hey,
yeah,
okay, got it. You're right. I did not see that coming. That's
yeah,
a good fun fact.
yeah.
All right, let's jump into this rapid fire, man. Jump into
Cool.
this rapid fire. All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. They're not playing. They're played already. They played twice, and one team won all both games. But again, I'm just seeing what kind of fan you are. Okay,
Mhm.
Cowboys or Eagles?
Man, I'm not really an Eagles fan, so I mean, I would say Cowboys, even though they suck right now. But you know, I still believe they can still get it next year. So I mean, I'd say Cowboys. You know,
You
my
s-
family's a big Cowboys fan too. So
you sound like a Cowboys fan by saying that too. I ain't gonna hold that against you. All
yeah,
right, Spurs or the Mavericks?
I gotta say the Spurs.
Okay, Spurs or the Rockets?
Spurs. I go with
Okay,
Spurs.
all right. Pizza or calzone?
Pizza, pizza for sure.
Spaghetti or lasagna?
Spaghetti,
In and Out versus Whataburger?
Whataburger,
Burger King or McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Two-part wing question. Hot versus any other flavor?
Oh man, I'd have to say I say hot. I'm more of a
Okay.
spice type of guy. So
Me too. Me too.
yeah,
Drums or flats?
drums,
Pancakes or waffles?
waffles all day.
All right.
So, oh,
Steph Curry or Kyrie Irving?
Steph Curry. No,
All day.
Steph Curry over any other player. That's all I gotta say, and I'll defend it
I,
any day.
I appreciate that. Look, Noah, man, I just wanted to kind of get you out here and let people know a little bit more about you, what Holmes has to offer. Coach Vargas, you're right, absolutely right. He's doing a great, phenomenal job over there. And I just wanted to kind of bring some light and shine to what you guys are doing. And thank you for giving me this time, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, bud. You be good. All right.
Yes, sir. You too.